Do you ever feel like you did a lot today, but you actually made no progress? That is because you waste time on things that don't actually matter and they don't actually push you forward. You waste time on invisible things that actually drain your focus and drain your discipline. So today I'm going to show you the biggest time wasters which are killing your momentum and how to fix them before they ruin your potential. What you need to understand about these time wasters and these distractions is that, first of all, you need to imagine your discipline and your focus as a tank of water. And when you have this tank of water, which is your focus and your discipline, every time when you check your phone or you scroll aimlessly or you have a dumb conversation with a friend that doesn't really push you forward in any way, what is going to happen is a crack is going to form on the tank. And the water of the tank, which is your focus and your discipline, is slowly going to leak out. You're not going to really notice it at first, but with time, hour by hour, day by day, it's going to be just leaking out, and at the end, you're going to lose all of the water, and then it will not be used for anything useful. So your discipline and your focus will be drained out, but you wouldn't have actually done anything useful because you did these time wasters, which I'm going to talk about, that just leak out your focus, leak out your discipline, and you feel like you have done something, you feel like you're drained, but you actually haven't done anything and you haven't moved forward. The first and biggest time waster is going to be mindless phone use. When you check your phone and you go on Instagram, on Facebook, on any social media that you have, TikTok, when you go on there and you just scroll aimlessly and you look at stuff, what is going to happen is your focus is just going to get drained. You're going to open Instagram just to check something really quickly, just to check somebody's story. And you check his story, but then you swipe, you see the next person, and then you maybe see some kind of a reel, and then you click on the reel, and then you start scrolling, and before you know it, you have wasted half an hour just scrolling randomly on Instagram when your intention was to just check somebody's story for 1 minute. So you wanted to go on there for 1 minute, but you ended up wasting 30 minutes. And I'm sure this is relatable for a lot of you, because these apps are designed in this way. They're designed to make you go in for just 1 minute, but what happens is you waste half an hour. And with TikTok, it's the same way. You go in just to see something, but then you swipe, and then you start scrolling, and what happens is you waste half an hour just without even intending to do that. Your intent was to just check something really quickly, but the app is designed in a way where when you check something really quickly, you want to keep checking, you want to keep seeing other stuff, and it's going to waste an incredible amount of time. And after you finish this scrolling, which is also going to be difficult, you're going to feel like you don't want to stop scrolling and you cannot stop scrolling. And what is going to happen is, after that, you're going to feel drained and you're going to feel like your tank of focus and discipline has completely leaked out just from scrolling a little bit. And this is a real thing that happens all the time if you just scroll mindlessly. So that's why you should be really careful, and you should basically not use your phone until you have done the most important things for the day. Time waster number 2 is going to be low energy conversations. And this one is actually very underrated because a lot of people do it without even noticing and without even knowing what the effects of it are. So what I basically mean by low energy conversations is conversations with people that are just useless conversations that don't really move you forward in any way. You're just talking about useless stuff and it's low energy, nobody is actually interested in the conversation, and you are having the conversation just in order to talk. Because if you just sit in quietness, it's going to be even more weird. So you just start talking about things which are actually useless and things which don't move you forward in any way, you don't learn anything, and it feels like you talk for half an hour, and after you finish talking, you don't even know what you talked about. I'm sure you've had these moments, and that's what the useless, low energy conversations are like. You talk for half an hour, and when you finish talking, you don't even know what you said. You cannot remember what you talked about right now. And the thing about this is that it is going to have the same effect as the mindless scrolling. It is going to just drain your focus, drain your discipline, and it's going to be like you're talking, you don't even know what you're talking about, and it's just energy going out, and it's just lowering your discipline and your focus, and it's just making your brain a mess. So what you should do instead is find better friends which are actually interested in you and you are actually interested in them, and you have common topics to talk about, and there are topics that actually matter, not just stupid things, not a football match, not a UFC match that is going to happen, just useful things that you can actually talk about. Talking about future plans for what you want to do, talking about going places together, talking about activities that you can do together, talking about actual self-improvement things that you can do together, like going to the gym, like starting a side hustle together, actually doing productive things, and actually being interested in each other, and actually being friends for who you are and for what you want to do. Time waster number 3 is going to be fake productivity. This one is actually pretty common. What this is basically cleaning up your desk for half an hour, or cleaning up your room for half an hour or 1 hour, organizing some papers, some files. It is watching 10 videos about self-improvement. It is trying to find the perfect discipline system, trying to find the perfect productivity system, and just spending hours watching content and doing low-impact tasks. Because sure, cleaning up your desk and cleaning up your room can be a good thing and can help your focus, but if you do this for 1 hour and keep watching videos, it is not actually going to help you with anything. It is a very low-impact task. Going to the gym and cleaning up your room cannot even be compared. Going to the gym is going to help you with so many more things, and it's going to help you so much more than cleaning up your desk. So you should prioritize the high impact tasks. Those are the ones that you should do first. The high impact tasks are the ones that you should be doing as soon as possible, and the low impact tasks are the ones that should be left for later, that should be left for after the high impact. Those low impact tasks can be like watching some kind of a video that is maybe going to improve your productivity system, maybe going to improve your habits. It is going to be cleaning up your desk. It is going to be, just looking at some articles online or anything like this. Those are tasks which are not going to make really a big change. You should focus more on the big tasks before these fake productivity tasks. You should do the important things first. For example, working on your side hustle for, let's say, 2 hours, going to the gym, doing something else important that you have, like studying, for example, if you want to study. And after you do these important things, then you can start doing the smaller things, but don't waste too much time on them. Don't use 1 hour to clean up your room. Clean up your room quicker, for half an hour, as fast as you can, basically, so that you don't waste time on something which is incredibly low impact. I mean, it's not that low impact, it's actually important, but you shouldn't waste a lot of time on it. You should get it done as quickly as possible, because there are way better things to do with your time, and this isn't something which requires focus. Cleaning up your room is really quick, doesn't require any focus, so just do it as fast as you can, basically. And for the other things, like watching too many self-improvement videos, researching too much about things, overthinking, basically, all these things, just cut them out completely. You need to understand that actions is what is going to give you progress. You're not going to get any progress by watching 10 videos. Sure, you might learn things and it might make it easier, but if it makes it easier and you are still not doing it, you're not making any progress in any way. So stop watching the videos and start taking the action. Also, one specific thing that can fix this for you is to set 3 priorities every day and don't touch anything else until these 3 are done. And ask yourself, if I did these 3 things, would this be a productive day? If the answer is yes, these are the actual important things that you should be doing in the day, and you should be doing these 3 things as soon as possible, and then do the smaller things. Time waster number 4 is going to be indecision and overthinking. Waiting for the perfect moment, or waiting for the perfect time to start, or looking for the perfect task to do is going to be useless wasting of time, because you're going to be sat there thinking about what you should be doing instead of actually doing something. You'll be sat there thinking about doing something after 2 days instead of doing it right now, instead of just thinking like an idiot. What you should be doing is actually doing the tasks as soon as they come to mind. When you think of a new exercise, instantly implement it in your routine, and when you go to the gym, instantly do this exercise. When you think about an idea for whatever it is, for a website, let's say you have a website and you make money through it. If you have an idea for this website, don't think about, okay, maybe I'm going to implement it on Monday because now it's Sunday and I'm kind of lazy, I'm kind of tired. And you're not tired because you have been resting the whole day, you just haven't moved. That's why you feel tired. You feel tired because you haven't moved. But back to the point, when you think of the idea for the website, implement it now, instantly. Start doing it now. Don't wait until Monday and waste time. Do it right now. Implement it right now, and don't waste your time overthinking and basically being indecisive and thinking to basically postpone it for later, or just not do it now, maybe do it a little bit later. So how to actually fix this is to make decisions quickly, test the thing, and then adjust accordingly. Because if you just wait and not do the thing, what is going to happen is you're not even going to know how it works. So you're going to waste 2 days until you implement it, and once you implement it, you're going to need 2 days to adjust. And if you just implemented it instantly, you could have made it work 2 days earlier than normally. Also remember that action is going to build momentum and therefore make other actions easier, but thinking without action is going to just build anxiety, build more overthinking, and you are even less likely to take action. So just start moving. And if you're stuck in overthinking, just start moving, doing push-ups, maybe doing shadow boxing, doing something, and then move into work instantly after finishing the physical tasks. You need to just get yourself moving and get yourself out of the thinking cycle. Time waster number 5 is going to be random content consumption. And I know that this is kind of similar to other points, but this is very specific. Some people are interested in, for example, making money. But what they're going to do is they're not going to just watch podcasts and watch videos that teach them how to do a certain thing. They're going to watch a podcast about this business, watch a podcast about the other business, about sales, about finance, about how to save money, about how to invest. And they're going to watch 20 different podcasts without actually doing something in order to make money. So you should stay on target with the content that you're watching. Watching content is not bad. Watching content can help you a lot, but you need to stay on target and actually watch only the things that you need. If you want to make money, don't watch content about investing because you don't have any money to invest. Watch content specifically just about making money. If you want to lose weight, don't watch content about bulking and gaining weight and gaining muscle mass because it's useless to you. What you need to do is to lose weight. So watch content specific just to that. If you have another thing, you want to learn about a specific topic, focus just on that topic. Don't focus on 10,000 different topics. Focus on just this one thing. If you want to become a good boxer and you use, let's say, the Mexican style, don't watch videos about every single other style when you have selected this specific style. Watch only videos about that style. So basically, don't waste your time watching content which is in the same field but different things. Watch content which is specific to what you want to do, and this way you're not going to be wasting time. But after you finish watching some kind of content, instantly take action or instantly think about how you can implement this as soon as possible. So some practical advice to stop leaking time can be to select specific times for doing things. For example, for working on your side hustle, for going to the gym, for all these things, select specific times for this and do them as soon as possible in these times. What this is going to basically help you with is not wasting time, not overthinking, and just getting straight to the point as soon as possible. But the 3 most important things as soon as possible in your routine, and just do them like that. Another thing can be to write down your leaks. Basically where you're leaking time, where you're leaking discipline, where you're wasting your time and energy. Write down what these things are and try to eliminate these things as much as possible. Another thing is to use your phone and use social media only after the most important productive things are done for the day. Only after those things are done, you are allowed to go on social media and see some stuff on there and do other small things. But you need to focus on doing the most important tasks before even letting any time wasters or any distractions catch your attention. So that's basically going to be it for this video. Remember to notice where your time is going, limit those things and focus on the most important things, and not waste your time with small things. Important things first, small things second. So if this video helped you, and if you want to see more content like this, you can like and you can subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any similar upcoming content which is going to be logical and actually give you a real system and real advice to improve, not just some fake motivation. Thank you for watching.